Hi, I'm Kara Martin, and here's a little bit about myself. This is my mom, my best friend at this point in life. I've realized now, 33 years into this relationship with my dad, that I don't have a picture of him, so he must not like pictures. So all you get to see is my mom. And this is their grand dog. I am their only child, so the only thing they're going to get from me is a dog, and they spoil the heck out of my mom. Let me rephrase that. My mom spoils the heck out of him. My dad's not a fan. Mostly because he pooped in his office. But, oh well. So here's a little bit about my teaching experience. I was a K through 2 ED teacher, my first year teaching at West Rock Elementary School. That's a tongue twister. At the end of that year, I realized that kindergarten was not for me, so I quit and I went on to do before and after school site coordination. Over the summer, my superintendent, while I'm working in one of his schools as the site coordinator, my superintendent sees me and is like, "What are you doing here?" Like, yeah, I quit teaching. I'm going to work with Link now for before and after school care program. I knew that I was already good at that. I'd done that through college with the YMCAs where I went to college. He offers me a position at the high school instead of the elementary school. And I figured, like, might as well give it one more shot. They say the first year is the worst, so let's go back and teach for one more year. So I go to Westport High School, where I teach 9 through 12 career-focused courses, and I co-taught a Read 180 class, and I co-taught algebra. I fell in love with high school, but Westport shut down after that school year. So then I moved back to St. Louis. I'm originally from St. Louis, and I worked at Confluence Prep Academy while getting my master's in remedial reading. At Confluence, it's a charter. I was one of 2 SPED teachers, so I did almost everything. I co-taught, I was a resource, I pushed in, I pulled out. I even did the self-contained courses at some points in the year. Then finally I moved back to Kansas City, where I am at Center High School currently. So I have been at West Rock Creek for 1 year, Westport for a year, Confluence for 2, and then 8 years at Center. So I've been teaching for about 12 years. I spent 9 years in the classroom, and then the last 3 years I've actually been coaching teachers. Here's more about me. So I'm a workout instructor. I teach Pilaxing. It is Pilates, boxing, and dance. We do it for 55 minutes, and then we go home and we do this 3 nights a week. I also got the chance to rock climb recently and made it to the medium wall. I need to conquer the hard wall, conquered the easy wall, conquered the medium wall, and now my next goal is to conquer that hard wall. And if you know anything about me, you know there's not a leopard or a cheetah that I have not loved. So there's a pair of shoes that I recently bought that combines my love, leopard and cheetah. My school offers a variety of resources for our students with disabilities. Resource classes, co-taught classes, life skills courses, transition courses. We even have this 18 to 21 program where after graduation, students who are going straight into the job world and with severe disabilities can come back to us while we work with them and a job coach and work on that transition, making life easier for their parents for a couple more years and transitioning them into, hopefully, independent living-ish. Because we know that some will just never live independently on their own, but we hope to get them in the most independent living position as possible. As far as resources within the curriculum resources in the classroom goes, we do have adapted readers for every textbook that we have. We're also a one-to-one school/district. Since about 3rd grade, our students have had devices, whether it be Chromebooks, iPads, or laptops. So we have, currently at the high school, we're on laptops. We work with Microsoft's platform, and they offer some read-aloud accommodations, some highlighting, text friendliness, and text adaptability. We're also working with Google and some new products that Google is offering for some reading, co-reader, co-writer opportunities too. As a coach, I've been focused this year on helping teachers differentiate better to meet the needs of students in their classrooms. And we are also an MTSS school, a multi-tiered system of support school. Speaking of that MTS structure, we are currently just beginning this MTSS model and building it and working through it with fluidity but yet fidelity too. So here's our little flow map that we actually got from insightstobehavior.com, but we're starting at the very top. We're still on that tier 1 interventions and supports in place and ensuring that that is there. So my strategy to supporting students with disabilities, but also supporting all learners, is to ensure that Tier 1 supports are in place and that Tier 1 core instruction is happening in the classroom. And then we're going to move through this model onto behavior or a recurring problem, because it doesn't have to be behavior, and so on. My personal critique is I'm actually very knowledgeable in the special education area, because that was my first certificate. So I'm cross-CAT certified in Missouri, where basically I can teach K through 12, any special education course you would like me to teach. I also know a lot about all of these acronyms: IDEA, LEA, LRE, and FAPE. So IDEA's reauthorization 2004-2007, I was well versed in that. The local educational agency we are responsible for providing all of these things that every student needs to make sure that they are successful. They should be in the least restrictive environment, free and appropriate public education for all, where there's access to the gen ed curriculum, and that we're accommodating and meeting student needs versus changing the learning, because we shouldn't change learning unless that's the absolutely thing that student needs. I would like to improve on my coaching support as far as coaching and working with teachers and special education teachers, gen ed teachers, and helping everybody meet the needs of the learners in their classroom. Still working on that Tier 1, as I said in my strategy. We've got to start with that Tier 1 core instruction, and that's kind of my focus been for this school year and last school year, is building that core instruction, good quality instruction, because we can't diagnose or label a student as disabled in whatever area if it's been a failure on our part as the local educational agency to provide that quality instruction that they need. I also am wanting to improve in the fluidity and fidelity, like I spoke about earlier with the MTSS, to fluidly move from Tier 1 to 3 back down to 1, but still holding true to the structure and the fidelity in place. And then just a personal area I'd like to improve on is meeting student needs and not worrying about the school structure, especially at the secondary level. We have students who need this, this, and this, and this, and we're like, well, here's our bell schedule. Let's figure out how to put their needs into our bell schedule. I want to throw the bell schedule away, blow it up. Students have needs. Let's match the schooling to their needs instead of matching their needs to fit our schedule. It's just a different way to think about it. It's going to take we've all been trying to figure this out for a while, but how do we meet student needs appropriately rather than worrying about the school structure that's currently in place? So that's me. Thanks.